All right, y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm King Tyson. Don't forget to like and subscribe like I always tell y'all to do in the beginning or the end of my videos. Check it out before we start. Write me at kingtyson713@yahoo.com if you want my advice about something, you want my opinion about something. Write me, kingtyson713@yahoo.com. Also, if you like this content, please go to the video tab section of the YouTube channel. Click on the video that interests you, watch it, give me some feedback in the comments. I really appreciate that. So look, let's make this quick video. I'm reacting to another Ashley Dalton video, right? Ashley Dalton, if you know, she gives dating advice to women about basically getting yourself dolled up, getting your hair on point, makeup on point, you know, wear dresses, heels, everything. Like be dressed up, that way you can meet you a guy. Work on your health and your weight and all that stuff, right? And you will find you a rich guy, right? This is kind of like her philosophy. But besides that, she does get, to what I can see, she does give a lot of great advice to the sisters that they can use, not just to get dolled up to meet you a rich man. That's one thing that she preaches, but she also give a lot of insight, right? That women could use, because a lot of times, you know, women just like brothers that's single and want to be in a relationship. Sometimes there's things that we might not, you might not know. You're not old enough, or you haven't experienced it yet, and someone who is seasoned can tell you about some things, right? But anyway, what I want to talk about, this woman was on there, right, and she met this guy off of dating app or whatnot. She was saying the dude was attractive. Dude was like 6'7", 6'5", 6'6", something like that. Dude was tall, right? And she said they met up in a car. And she said he was holding her like a baby, and they talked and stuff like that. And then the next day, she has 2 kids, right? And then she said the next day they went out to eat, cause she had her kids, the next day. I guess maybe she had a babysitter or something. I don't know, y'all. I don't know the situation when it came to that, but they met up in the car. She said they were supposed to go out to eat, but they didn't. It was too late or whatever, so they just ended up sitting in the car talking. The next day, I guess she got her kids, or the kids was in the house. I don't know the ages. I don't know. Maybe the babysitter had them that night. Who knows? I don't know, right? So the next morning time, she said she was, they ended up going for breakfast. And she had her kids with her or whatever, right? So now this is day 2 of her meeting this guy in person from a dating app. And she said that he was real active with her kids just by meeting them the first time. And she ended up sleeping with him, right? And then she said, come to find out, she started finding out things about him that he lied about how many kids he had. He told her he had 1 child, and come to find out he had 5 or 6 kids. And then she found out he was a PIMP, and he wanted her to be his bottom bitch, all type of shit, right? And she was telling Ashley Dalton about this. Ashley Dalton was telling her, like, hey, listen, you know, you met a man too fast. You know, I mean, you know, not met a man too fast. You slept with him too fast without get to knowing him. You know, if you'd have got to know him, you wouldn't have been so, like, giving it up easy if you would have got to know him. And that's what I tell ladies on my channel. Like, I tell ladies, like, I give brothers game all the time on my videos, but I also give women the game too, right? And so, yeah, I don't believe in you got to do a 90-day rule like the Steve Harvey shit, like give a 90-day rule before you give it up. But I do believe that you got to get to know somebody first. And I know, ladies, sometimes I've been that dude, man. I've been that dude to where, you know, back when I was single, I've been that dude to where a woman liked the way I looked, and she was single, I was single, and she wanted to go with the moment. You know what I mean? So it's like, and women, y'all might think this brother's attractive, and the brother's saying all the right things, and you just, okay, we gonna do something. You know what I mean? And then when the more you start getting to know a person and talking to them, you start seeing, you like, damn, hold on, really, we don't have nothing in common, you know? And then you just gave it up for nothing, you know? And women got to start valuing yourself. And this is coming from a man. You got to start valuing yourself more, because back in my day, I'm 42. Back in my day, women, it was work to get some. Back in the day, women really like took value in their body. And so women really, in my opinion, women really don't do that no more, because women are more liberated now, and they feel like sex is just sex, and you know that's what it is. They almost treat sex as like how men treat sex. We like, oh, it's just sex, and women are starting to do the same thing. And ladies, you got to stop doing that, because you are just, because a dude look good or the dude says the right things, you know, or whatever, you giving it up, and then kind of you find all these things out about this guy that you did not know because you didn't take the time to get to know him, right? But what I wanted to do, what I wanted to add on to this video is that she kept telling Ashley Dalton, this is important, this is the reason why I'm talking about this, is that you got some men, and she said it's the way he interacted with her kids. And me and my wife was talking about this when she was single, right? And she said, me and her was talking, and she said, babe, they do got men who try to be nice to extra nice with your kids and do all this stuff to get some good points, brownie points with the woman. And I say, damn, I didn't even think about it like that, you know? And that's why I wanted to talk about it, you know what I mean? Because ladies, like, this woman kept telling Ashley Dalton that the reason why she wanted to give him some, not just because she was attracted to him, of course, but the way he interacted with the kids, and it made her feel a certain way, like, because some brothers know, not some brothers, men know, we know that women are very attached to their kids, you know, and especially you're a single mother, right? So your kids are everything. So you got some brothers who will come in and say, okay, all right, she's, oh, I already know she's attached to her kids. I'm gonna be super nice with the kids. I might buy the kids some food, buy the kids, you know, a toy or something to try to get in with the mom. And you got some dudes who do this, but I'm not thinking about it like that. But listening to my wife tell me, she like, yo, she said, nah, Tyson. She said, babe, nah, it's dudes who do that. And I said, you know what? I need to make a video about that. So I want to tell ladies, like, ladies, you know, first of all, ladies, you should always want to wait before you introduce your kids to the guy you talking. Let it be something first, not just the guy you interested in sleeping with, you know what I mean? Or this is just something to do. Like, no, you need to make sure that this is a boyfriend, and this could potentially be something before you introduce him to your kids. So that's one mistake she messed up on, right? And the second thing is looking at her like being like, use discernment about picking a guy. And don't just, to this woman and to the other ladies, just don't be quick to, oh, he bought my kids something. He's just a good guy. Like, he this and that. Like, give it time, you know, because you got brothers who run game. Just like you got women who run game. Brothers can run game too. And brothers, hey, I got to keep it real. Like, because my channel is for men and for women. When the women do shit, I call women out all the time. The brothers, we do shit, I gotta call it out too, because this channel is for men and for women. But that's just something I want to talk about, ladies. You single, you got kids, please wait until the relationship blossoms to something than just introducing your kids really fast to this dude, you know, and just be careful, like, because dudes do be having game, and you know, dude could be trying to use the kids, which is sad, as you know, as brownie points to get at you. And then it's like tugging at your heartstrings, because you're like, oh, he's doing this for my kids. Like, and you just like, in your mind, you just, and especially this normally happens to women that the fathers are not in the kids' life. So when the kids' fathers are not in their life, women automatically gravitate towards men who are willing to accept their kids, right? And this is why you got to be careful, because some men knows this, and they will use that against you. And so, because the men who are active in their kids' life, women they not tripping, they not looking for a man to come in. This is why I tell ladies, I had a homegirl, she said, I remember she told me, Tyson, I'm gonna find a man who gonna love me and my kids. And I said, yo, listen, yo, I know it sounds good, and that's what you really want. I'm like, yo, work on the relationship between you and that man first. And then when it start getting serious, you introduce them to your kids, and then you gotta let that relationship between you and, him and the kids, let it happen organically, because you trying to pressure this guy into being there, loving you, like pushing your kids on this guy, that can make a guy run off, you know, and he might even love you, but they can make a guy run off, you know. Not every man is quickly accepting to that. And that's why I want to tell ladies, like, let that relationship between the new guy and the kids happen organically. You know, don't rush that. You know, see how that's gonna work, because there have been men who have left women because the kids are just too much. Too much. So that's something for women to look at. I just want to make this video about that. Just something me and my wife was talking about. And I said, I got to make a video talk to my ladies on this, But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. I'm King Tyson. Peace and blessings. One love. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm out.